welcome to my channel. This is your girl again, Roxy of Lagos. If this is your first time tuning in, you are most definitely welcome. You guys should like, share and subscribe. And I want to thank you guys so much for the love on my last video. Oh my god, like the love was so overwhelming, and I received so many positive comments and feedback. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for the love, and thank you guys for watching. And you guys should keep up the same energy on this new video and keep watching. Share to your friends, your family and everyone. So let's get into the video of today. So the video of today is just about my IELTS struggle. And I remember that during my IELTS struggle, like I actually searched on YouTube for video and like this, like a video that could help me through the struggle and the hard time that the IELTS was putting me through. But sadly I couldn't get any video, so because of it I decided to put out this video on my own IELTS personal journey, so as to encourage and motivate anybody struggling with IELTS, anybody trying to write IELTS, and anybody that hasn't passed IELTS yet and the person is in a sad place or in a dark place. So this video is just about my own experience. I am going to be real, 100% undiluted story. I'm going to just give you guys my story and try to encourage as many as watching this and they're struggling with their IELTS. So yeah, so let's get into the video of today. So basically my IELTS journey started in July last year. So this is a disclaimer, I am not an IELTS tutor. I am just going to be talking about my own personal experience. I don't teach people IELTS and I don't mentor anybody in IELTS. This is just my own personal experience. Yeah, so let's get into the video. Like I said earlier, my IELTS experience started in July, and then before that it was July last year. And before I read the IELTS, I've heard so many misconceptions, so many stories about IELTS. Some people were like, oh, IELTS is very hard, that if you want to write IELTS, you should write IDP, not the British Council, that the British Council is other than IDP, which I believe is false. So many stories, so many misconceptions, and I'm going to be discussing all of that, so that I don't want anybody to fall prey or make any mistake which I made during my own IELTS. So when I registered for my first IELTS in July, I registered with fear, because I've had so many stories where people like IELTS hard and all. So I registered with fear that, ah God, I just need to pass it. If I don't pass it, blah blah blah. Because so many people's stories, I knew people that wrote IELTS 6 times, 7 times, 8 times. Do you understand? So those things were very scary and discouraging. So I registered for my IELTS, but before I registered for my IELTS, I made sure that I did my own personal research on IELTS. I knew that the research I did firstly was that, you know, I'm a nurse. The nursing and midwifery council, and they need academic. You know, we have 2 types of IELTS. We have the general and the academic. The general, I think, is for people that they are going through PR and all, but the one I did was the academic, and that was the requirement for my own process. Do you understand? Because you know, every process have their own different requirements. So yeah, so before I wrote my exams, I made sure that I did my own personal research. I went on YouTube to watch videos on how to pass IELTS, all those things like that. And then the first time I read my IELTS, I didn't have any tutor. It was strictly my own personal reading. Although I had a tutor at the beginning, but the tutor was so unserious. He was not always available, always telling me he was sick and all. So I had to do like 80% of the work by myself. I would go on YouTube, I would watch IELTS Liz video, IELTS Advantage, E2 language, and Asad Yakub. Yeah, that was for my reading. So during the IELTS, I think the listening was the easiest part for me. Like it was a walk in the park. It was very easy, so I was confident during my first attempt. Then the speaking was also easy for me, and the writing, I was not really confident in my writing, although when I was doing my first IELTS, I had a friend, her name is Lina. She was always helping me to judge my writing. So once because you know that writing, you need somebody to assess it. You you cannot just be writing on your own. So by the time I write, I'll send it to her. She will help me to mark. She was very helpful. She was also there to assess my speaking, because in writing and speaking you actually need somebody to assess you. You cannot just be practicing on your own, because if you're practicing on your own, you're not going to know if you are wrong or if you are right. So my friend assessed me, and the listening I practiced on my own, and the reading I practiced on my own. But just the problem I had with the reading was that when I was doing my practice, I couldn't score up to 20, and I know so many people can. No, not up to 20. I couldn't score up to 30. I was usually scoring 27, 28, and you know, for somebody to have 7, you need to have 30, like 30 over 47, and that was my struggle. I couldn't. So I just kept trying. I kept hoping. I kept everything. I prayed, studied. Like, I did not have any social life. That was why I had to leave Instagram. I left Instagram in March, because I'll be ready for IELTS. You can imagine, March, April, May, June, July, like almost 4 months. I like just to be ready for this exam. So the day of my exam came. I went to my center, and and my speaking, it was the speaking I did first. I did the speaking a week before I did the listening, writing and reading. So after that, then the following week, and the speaking I was very confident, and the following week was listening, writing, reading. Then after, like, I think the IELTS result comes out after 20 days or so. I can't remember now. So after that, and I waited for my result. I remember on the night that my result was to come, I couldn't sleep. I was up all night, because I knew that my life depended on this IELTS. Because for me to come to the UK and to practice as a nurse, I need to pass my IELTS. I need to at least score 777 and 6.5 in writing. So my life legit depended on the IELTS. So I couldn't sleep. I was up all night. Then I saw my results. Oh my god, I had 7, I think 8.5 in listening, 6.5 in writing, and my reading I had 6. That broke my heart. Like, I have never been sad or depressed like that moment. I cried like a baby. I couldn't eat for 1 week. I was in tears, because I was like, I sacrificed so much for this exam. I did a lot of things. I was off Instagram. I suffered myself in the sense that I needed to read. I made sure that, okay, when I was doing my IELTS, I had a timetable so that I should not be distracted. So I studied, like, in a day. I used to study like 10 hours. I'm serious. Like, I really studied for the IELTS, because I knew that my life depended on it, and the next phase of my life was on the IELTS. So I had to give it my go. But when the result came out, and I saw that I didn't make the cutoff, I can remember vividly. I cried. I could not eat for weeks. I was so depressed. Like, I could not do anything. I was unmotivated until I had to talk to myself that, see, crying is not the problem. You know that if somebody is doing something a particular way and you're not getting a result, you need to put in extra effort and try another method. So that was the time that I decided that, okay, that I was going to get 2 tutors. I knew that violence shall take it by force, so I need to put in extra effort. So I had 2 teachers. So the first one used to teach me 3 times a week. The other one used to teach me 3 times a week. And the first one I paid 40k. The other one I paid 20k. Like, if I calculate how much I spend on my IELTS, man. But at least I would say that now it was worth it. It's of the past. Everything I went through, all the heartbreak, all the struggle, all the sleepless nights, all the tears that I experienced in my IELTS, now it is of the past, and I can't. Do you understand? Like, most of the things I went through then, I can't even remember. So it's of the past. So I just want to encourage anybody that is struggling with IELTS, that if you've tried to study on your own, and the result is not okay, I just want to tell you that, don't give up. Just keep trying. If maybe you've studied on your own and your result is not nice, you can try tutors, because that was the second style that I actually used. I made sure that for the second time I had 2 teachers. One, I think the first one was every day, 40k, and the other one is 3 times a week, and that was 20k. And I made sure that I attended lectures. I practiced. I say I think my IELTS, I remember the reading because I knew that my weak part. So it's very good that for this IELTS you should identify the section that you know that you are not strong. I knew that for my own IELTS, the section that I was weak was the reading. So it's because of it I make sure that every day I do 4 passages. In the morning I'll do 2, in the afternoon I'll do 2. I had a timetable from around 8 till around 12. I'm doing two passages, then around 2 I'm doing 2 till downwards I'm doing 2 passages. I knew that violence shall take it by force. I knew that I had to put in all my effort because I couldn't write this exam the third time. It's depressing. Do you understand? I've seen people that wrote it multiple times and I'm like, no, I have to write this exam only twice and I know I'm going to get it. So I put in all my effort. I read like a goat. Everybody in my house even noticed that this is different. I didn't even go out. Like my social life was zero because I'm this type of person that if I want to achieve something or if I have a goal, I have a target, I'll make sure that I sacrifice everything for that. Do you know, I'm like this is my process. When I was doing my process come to UK, I left Instagram for a year. I'm this type of person that if I'm doing something, I need to focus on it. I need to give it 100% focus and concentration so that I should not be distracted. Do you understand? So like the second time, like I had 2 teachers. One is teaching me every day from Monday to Saturday. The other one is 3 times a week. And aside from that, I had a third teacher again, and this teacher is just somebody that I could call at any time if I have an issue, then we'll discuss it. It's not like we had a fixed days where we do classes, especially on Sunday. And that one too was like and that one too is 20k. So I spent 80k on tutor. I still paid for some online class, like some foreign teachers online. I still paid for that. And I make sure that as I paid for all these teachers, every day I watch Asha Yakub video. Is on YouTube. Like it really helps in reading. I don't know about other modules, but I know in reading it really helps. So I make sure that I watch 4 of his video every day. 4 of the reading videos every day. And as I watch 4, I make sure that I practice myself 4 reading passages every day. So let me tell you something. When you are desperate, you know there is a saying that goes thus: desperate time calls for desperate measure. Like at this point I was desperate. I knew that I wanted to leave Nigeria. I knew that everything that I need to move to the next stage of my life depended on this IELTS. So I gave it my 100%. I had no social life. On WhatsApp, I was not even active. People were like, Roxy, where are you? You're not active, you're not this, and this is not like you. Because for those people that know me, for those people on my Instagram, they know that I'm a 100% social media person. I am 100% active on social media. I'm not even a dull person. I go out, I have fun on WhatsApp, I make funny videos. And so people were really wondering, Roxy, where were you? So many people had so many rumors flying about me, but I didn't mind because my eyes were on the goal, and the goal is for me to just pass my IELTS. So that period was really stressful for me because I had two teachers that were always active daily and one that I could always. So in total is 3 teachers, and the money I spent in total 80,000 for the lectures and all. And I make sure that I practiced for like 2 months and before I wrote the second IELTS. I didn't want to rush. I didn't want to struggle. I didn't want to rush because if I rush at the end of the day, if I rush and I didn't make up to the mark, I'm going to be sad that why did I rush? So I took my time. I got 2 months. Do you understand? I gave myself 2 months for this exam, and I studied on my tutors were on my neck and all of that. It was very stressful because I had one every day, another one 3 times a week. So there are sometimes that the one I had every day, the one 3 times a week will be clashing. So after one, I have to move into the next lecture. It was so stressful, but I just knew that it was by the help of God that I was able to scale through, and thank God that at the end of the day. So I remember that my speaking exam was on my sister's introduction. So during that introduction, I did not go. I went for my speaking. Then after that, the following week was my reading, writing, and listening. So I wrote my exams and I put in my effort and everything, and with the help of God. And when my results came out, and I remember when I was expecting my results. Also, I didn't sleep because I was anxious. My anxiety were over the roof. It was over the roof and all of that, but I'm just happy. I'm glad that I scaled through. My results came out and girl, I passed. So I was just happy that thank God that God crowned my effort, and my efforts were not in waste, all those type of things. I'm just happy that I was able to pass my IELTS. So that is just my story. So I just want to encourage anybody that is passing through the IELTS phase. Failing IELTS is not the end of the world. If you've written IELTS and you failed, please don't give up. I just want you to try another approach. If maybe the first approach you used is that you studied on your own and you did not get up to the expected mark, then the next approach I would encourage is maybe you can get a tutor. And I want to just advise, if you want to get a tutor, make sure you're not getting just any tutor. Make sure that it's a tutor that people have told you good things about them, the tutor that they are really grounded in the IELTS. Because I remember the first tutor I got for the first time I wrote the exam, the tutor was not a serious person. Every day he tell me that, oh, I'm sick, I'm not available, I won't be able to, different story, and I paid him. So if you want to get a tutor, just get a credible tutor, someone that people have used and so many people have told you good things about them and all of that. So yeah, that's just my story. The IELTS struggle, yeah, I'm saying it now, it's just easy, but at that point it was not easy. I was depressed, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I was sad, I cried sleepless nights, and so, but I thank God that everything now is of the past. So I can look back and smile, and I'm even here today telling my story and encouraging people that are struggling with IELTS. Failing IELTS is not the end of the world. If you failed, then I think you need to change your approach. So yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. If it is your first time to Nini, you're most definitely welcome. Like, share and subscribe to my video, and you guys should show this video love like you did to the last one. More love, and subscribe, like, comment in the comment section, because this video I did, somebody asked me to put the video of my IELTS journey and all of that. So any video you want to see next, any video you want to see next on my page on my YouTube, you guys should just comment in the comment section, and I'll be always here to give you the undiluted truth. I'm gonna give you the undiluted truth of the video. So you guys should take care. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.